it's Tiffy. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to day 2 of 12 days of Thriftmas. Today I wanted to do a wreath. I actually found a wreath that was made out of felt balls and it retailed for $49 and I thought I could make one of those. But after messing around with felt and felting, I realized that would take way too long. So instead, I decided to do a different version, and I really love feathers and boas and fluffy furry things. So I decided to make one out of boas. So today I'm gonna show you guys how we made this feather boa wreath. So for this project, you are going to need a blank round wreath circle. I don't even know what to really call these. And we got this for $5 at Michael's, but we managed to use our 50% coupon. You're also gonna need some feather boas. I will be using white and red, and these I also found at Michael's for $5. In total, we used 3 full boas. So the first thing we're gonna do is we are going to create our little fur pom-poms. And the way that we're gonna do this is grab your boa and we're going to cut it into small pieces that measure out to about 5 to 6 inches, but you can make them smaller or larger depending on how big you want your pom-poms. So go ahead and cut off a small piece. You're also going to need a hot glue, which I actually already had, so I'm not gonna include this in the price list. Then you're just going to put a dollop of glue on one end of the boa that you cut and fold it into a little circle, making sure that it dries completely, and there you have a little pom-pom. So they're super easy to make, and I would suggest making all of these. You can make red ones and white ones. I decided to add a little bit of red just to have that holiday spirit. And once you have some pom-poms already created, we're now just gonna go ahead and glue it onto our empty wreath circle. So the way I'm attaching these is with some hot glue, and you literally just place it on to the circle. So when I was placing these down, I wanted the red to be very sporadic. So I'm probably using about 5 to 6 red pieces. I didn't even use the full boa for the red one. And I'm also placing these other ones that have a little bit of brown in them a little more sporadically too. So the white is going to be the main portion of the wreath. So continue gluing your boas on. You don't need to do the back portion because this is going to lean against whatever surface you're hanging it on. And once you've completely glued all of your feather boas on, we're now just gonna grab a small piece of jute and literally glue it onto the back of the wreath with some hot glue, creating a little circle shape at the top so it's easy to attach to your door. So I really do love the way it turned out. I think if you have it decorated near some lights and everything, it'll really help with making it feel Christmassy, holiday-y. But it came out in total, I'm just gonna round up, we spent $19 on this versus $50 for a wreath. And you can personalize it and customize it however you want. I haven't seen a feather boa wreath, so I think it's pretty cute and girly. I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys are liking the series. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Tiffy, and I will see you guys later.